My girl got a minimum, keep stuck right there till the number comes. Leave a smooth operator looking like a bum. My girl's got a city to run, got the key to the kingdom where the
BlazeBodyz! What's up, everyone? Late start to the week this week. Couldn't get on here until today. It is now Saturday, the 18th of July, mid-July. Man, what a brutal month it is. Typically, July, in whether it be in a health club or personal training studio type setting, is a little sporadic. People are all over the place. More so in a health club situation. A lot of people take the summer off, which I've never been able to understand that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Listen, today I want to talk about patience. Patience is a virtue, we've all heard. And patience is a pain in the ass sometimes, as you know. Because we all want it tomorrow. We all want to be ripped or shredded or jacked or however you want to use the word. We want to look better. And it doesn't happen overnight, as you know. It requires a long time. So a woman in here yesterday, one of our trainers, her clients, I trained her son, and we were talking about diet and eating and nutrition and all. And she said she saw something online, was really cool. It said, in a phrase, you see these things on Facebook and Instagram a lot. It said 4 weeks for you to see, 8 weeks for your friends and family to see, and 12 weeks for the world to see. And what that means is that you got to allow yourself at least 2 to 4 weeks before you yourself notice a difference and a change in diet or working out. It takes a while. Your body needs to adapt and recognize and adjust before it can make a change. So a lot of times, this last couple of weeks especially, I've done quite a few meal plans, and sometimes you put someone on a plan and their overall objective is to look leaner and lose weight. Sometimes they gain weight from the first week or two because their bodies aren't used to, first of all, most of the time I see the biggest problem being that people don't eat enough to begin with. They're all caught up in starving themselves. They live off of like protein bars, which I've never been a big fan of. I don't eat those at all unless I go maybe on vacation. And they just eat bars and shakes all day, and really their overall calories, if they're lucky, is like 700 calories in a day when they should be burning, probably over 2,000, almost what I burn in a day, and they're only consuming like 600 or 700 calories. It's ridiculous. So you put them on the appropriate amount of calories and, for that matter, macronutrients, and their body sometimes freaks out and they retain water because their bodies are not used to getting in those carbohydrates and the protein, solid and real food. So it takes, usually, from what I've seen personally over a gazillion years of doing this, I see a good 10 days, 7 to 10 days of being absolutely consistent with a new meal plan before you start seeing a good, consistent result, meaning in the mirror or your clothes getting looser and so on and so forth. So that it goes true with a workout program as well, depending upon what type of workout protocol you've chosen, whether it be, there are obviously online, we've seen it a million different ways of doing things, 5x5 and progressive overloads and deloads, and there's all fancy names for different ways of doing it. Whichever one that you have decided to do, it's going to take at least 2 to 4 weeks before your body adapts and you notice. It's going to take a while. So patience is a virtue. It's just sometimes not doable at first because we want it all tomorrow. There's nothing wrong with that. You should be an overachiever. You should always try to do better. But you have to have a good understanding of how your body works. Now, it's the same thing for weight gain. If someone's trying to put weight on, I have several people who are literally trying to put on as much weight as they can, but good weight, not fat bloat bag weight. I have one particular kid, I've been working with him for almost 2 years now. He's put on 50 pounds of solid muscle. Granted, the kid was 11 when I started, and he's now, venturing into puberty, and hormones are crazy, but he's packed on 50 pounds. He has stayed consistent with working out. He's working out more and more now than ever, and I just encourage that kid to eat like no tomorrow. Same thing for another gentleman I'm training. He's in his mid-30s. Same thing. He's put on about 30 pounds in the last, believe it or not, 6 months or so. He's an older guy. Us older guys have a little easier time putting weight on because of our hormones. But it takes a while, and it's, believe it or not, just as hard as gaining weight as it is losing weight. As we've talked about in the past, about that set point theory we talked about, how your body wants to go back to where it was. So you have to literally stay diligent in never missing meals, getting all your protein in a day, your allotted amount of carbohydrates, starchy carbohydrates, and so on, whether it be on a weight loss program or a weight gain program. A lot of that too now is going to depend on the type of working out you're doing. If you're doing a lot of cardio, a ton of cardio, which a lot of people still have the misconception that cardio is the end all of be all for fat loss. It's not. It's actually extremely beneficial for putting on muscle, as it increases circulation. It makes the muscles more efficient at delivering nutrients into the cells, so recuperation's better, and so on. And for fat loss, because it helps utilize and bring more efficiency of oxygen into the cells. It has its merits, but it's not the end all or be all of fat loss. But if you are doing a ton of cardio, like most people are, still even, you better make sure that you're getting enough fuel in your day. Starving yourself is only going to start to stress your system out. Stress hormone is going to go up. You're going to start retaining water, feeling and looking like crap, and eventually you'll start losing muscle, and it's a terrible spiraling effect. All right, so moral of my story today is be patient, stay diligent, and consistent, and you will get there. You have to give whatever plan you've ventured out to start with a chance. Don't get caught up in going on the internet and reading a million different ways of doing things and second guessing the plan you have started with. Stick to it till you see the results, and you will. There will be a time when you hit sticking points along the way. That's normal as your body adapts. That's when you have to get creative and start tweaking things and changing things around, and your particular coach should be doing that for you. All right, that's it for me. I gotta go. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Get to the gym, be consistent, bulldozer anyone in your way in the gym. Get it done. And like my shirt says, grr, devil dog, you can do it. One special note to all my Marine Corps, fellow Marine Corps buddies who I was in with. They're down in Washington, D.C. for a reunion. And I just want to say Semper Fi to all of them. And I love you guys all like a brother. All right, guys, I want to get going. See you all next week.
Got a little stick. Keep you cold up in the kitchen while you feed the kid. Keep you waiting in the window while the tank ticks.